farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells, and thank you for joining us on Midwest Farm Weekly. Our weekly crop report shows that fall tillage remains stalled due to chilly temperatures. It's now running about 8 days behind last year. This week's crop report shows Wisconsin farmers are nearly done with the soybean harvest. Corn for grain is now averaging 19% moisture, with 85% of that crop off the field. 97% of the winter wheat crop emerged before being dusted with snow in much of the state. The condition of that crop improved slightly from last week. Allison Dairyland is back from her trip to China. She was there promoting Wisconsin ginseng. She visited several communities during the International Wisconsin Ginseng Love Festival. While abroad, Ashley Hagenow met with Wisconsin ginseng distributors, international media outlets, all while learning more about traditional Chinese medicine and food. The trip is a chance to highlight Wisconsin's high-quality crop and learn about the work that goes into these important international trade relationships.
Here in the state of Wisconsin, we produce approximately 95% or more of cultivated ginseng that is sent all over the world, especially to countries such as China and Korea and Japan. Our climate, our geography, and our soil is so unique to growing ginseng, and Wisconsin ginseng is recognized for its bitter flavor all over the world. So there is a large market in China for Wisconsin ginseng and other types of ginseng. So it was really cool to see, while we were traveling in China, all of the different market opportunities for this unique commodity.
Ginseng is nearly a $105 billion agriculture industry in our state. An interesting fact, ginseng can only be grown on virgin soil. That means that after the crop has been in the ground for 3 to 5 years, ginseng can never be grown in that spot again. So ginseng growers will often rent land from farmers, and after harvest, that land will once again grow corn, hay, soybeans, or other commodity crops. U.S. officials say they are very disappointed after a trade dispute panel ruled in favor of Canada regarding dairy market access. The ruling rejected a complaint that Canada has overly restricted U.S. dairy imports and violated USMCA obligations. This ruling brought immediate criticism from U.S. dairy groups and members of Congress. Senator Tammy Baldwin shared her disappointment, saying, in part, Wisconsin dairy farmers work hard every day to bring world-class products to market, and they deserve a level playing field with their global competitors. You can read her statement in full in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com. The Agriculture Department announced nearly $200 million in grants, loans, and loan guarantees to projects that will expand domestic food and agriculture production. These projects are wide-ranging, from investments in greenhouses to a facility that is working on shelf-stable breast milk options for premature infants. Of local interest in Wisconsin, Ledge Rock Distillery in Fond du Lac earned a $250,000 grant. They plan to use the money to process corn and wheat into high-end craft spirits, including bourbon, whiskey, vodka, and gin, and funds will also be used for marketing. In Francis Creek, Lakeshore Forest Products is also getting a grant for $250,000. This rural development investment will be used to provide working capital to process hardwood logs into kiln-dried hardwood lumber. They expect to add new customers thanks to their increased capacity. We have a full list of these projects on our website. This morning we have a follow-up to a new farm toy vendor show held in Denmark. It was all to help a local high school organization. Local 5's Katie Amrine takes us there.
Whether you like toy tractors, model trains, or crafts, the Denmark Vendor Show has something for everyone. As an avid collector, Randy Allen wanted to share his passion with the community.
It just kind of keeps getting more interesting every year because they keep making better toys, and it's not always just, they're not just toys anymore, they're collectibles. It got to be a pretty big hobby.
Allen estimates more than 1,000 people are in attendance, one of them being fellow toy collector Jerry Hintz from Cecil.
This is a good event. They got enough people here. And I'm sure it'll grow over the years.
The proceeds from the show go to Denmark High School's Future Farmers of America organization. Allen's son Eric is an FFA member and says events like this will provide many opportunities for students like him.
It's something that people all across the state get into, and it's nice to bring all those people together. So seeing that kind of connection is great with that aspect, but also just seeing that so many people are coming to support us for Adopt a Family too, and the proceeds that we can help give back.
Eric's dad hopes he can continue organizing the show year after year.
It's our way of paying back because the FFA gives so much and provides so much for our kids that, you know, even this ain't enough to pay back what they've already given them.
In Denmark, Katie Amrine, Local 5 News.
We did our part. My kids found more than a few treasures at the show. More than 40 vendors signed up. They offered more than 100 tables of merchandise. We are now officially in the Christmas tree season for local growers. These busy few weeks are the result of years of work. Christmas trees take 8 to 10 years to mature, and that is after farmers plant a sapling that's already a few years old. Each year, trees are carefully pruned to give them the best shape for shoppers. Annually, Wisconsin harvests 700,000 Christmas trees during the holiday season from over 800 tree farms. The owner of Krieger Tree Farm in Door County says despite a dry summer, he got some timely rain and the tree crop looks great.
A lot of it is dependent on the weather. When that tree is very young, it has to survive that first couple years, and that's important. If you get some very dry years, you may have to do some watering or irrigating. And if you can get them to survive them first few years, you can have a few bad years in there, and that tree can come back if you get decent weather conditions toward the end of its cycle.
When you get your tree home, if it's not going in the house right away, make sure you make a fresh cut before placing it in your tree stand and change the water frequently. Christmas tree growers from Northeast Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula met at Lambeau Field this week to load 300 Christmas trees to be delivered to military bases across the country. These trees will be sent to Fort Bliss and the Naval Air Station in Texas and Scott Air Force Base in Illinois. Ahead on Midwest Farm Weekly, a milestone for sustainability in our area. The pioneers of the demo farm concept talk about their strides in the last 10 years.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Brent Peterson. Brent, thank you so much for talking with me today. And we're actually at a rather important event today. Can you describe a little bit where we're at today?
Yeah, today we're at our 10-year reunion here for the Fox Demo Farms here, and it originally got started at Brickstead area is one of the sites, one of the 4 here right off the bat. So
right, and what is your role with the Fox Demo Farms?
So I'm the program manager for the Fox Demo Farms. You know, of course, I've been doing this here for 10 years.
Right, and I want to talk about the 10 years because you've been around since the beginning, and you know what did the process look like getting the demo farms set up?
The original demo farms here, you know, there was a lot of things that happened before the demo farms actually had, you know, we were planting a lot of cover crops in the region here, but we didn't really know why we were doing it. So at some point in time here, I had discussion here with our conservationists here for Brown County, and got the ball rolling here with NRCS and Tom Kraft at that point, and really kind of got the ball rolling. There was some GLRI funding just kind of coming online at that point in time. And we developed a program here with the help of many people throughout the region. Right,
and it's you guys hold events throughout the year, and I think most farmers are well aware of what you've been doing. Wanted to go, it's not just cover crops though, right?
Right, yeah, so originally I think probably one of the first lines when we just started discussing the demo farms here was what do we want to talk about, you know, and what do we want to try and get across to producers. The top line was soil health. So first and foremost, that's really what we're looking at here, is trying to get some roots in the ground in a lot of cases here, and feeding the biology that's in the soil. And it gets to be a little bit complicated, but all in all, that's what it was about. Right,
and some of the outcomes you get from these demo farms is actual real data then, right? Correct, yeah. So you know, we basically want to prove to producers that we can do these kind of practices here in a lot of our heavier soils. In years past, it's always been said that we cannot no-till into these areas. Well, equipment has changed, you know, mindsets have changed, and people were really, the demo farm producers were willing to take a little bit of risk with this. I should say a lot of risk here right off the bat here. And fortunately, Barry Buboltz and I had the opportunity to work with these producers, and we had a little bit of knowledge, just enough to be dangerous here with some of this here right off the bat, you know, but we still didn't know it all.
So we've had a lot of bumps and bruises along the way, and I think the producers will definitely admit that as well here, but we've learned an awful lot here in this 10-year window.
Right. So, as the evolution in this 10 years, has anything majorly changed with the demo farms?
So, the focus here across the 10 years, I think what we're seeing here throughout this region here right now is we're really seeing a blossoming of cover crops being applied across the whole entire landscape, and it's just really been growing, and we really didn't notice it here till probably the past 7 years into this. So these past 3 years, all of a sudden, we're really starting to see it grow throughout the area and the region for that matter.
Right. And last question, Brent, is what does the future look like for the Demo Farm Network?
Demonstration Farms Network is it's really kind of been a moving target here. We're not only working with just the existing demo farms here. Now we're working with several producers outside of these areas. It's really been fun, and the producers have really been open to trying some of these new practices. We just try to help them through it here a little bit as much as we can here, but ultimately these producers got to move forward with it and take those risks here, and we try to help minimize that risk as much as possible.
That's wonderful, Brent. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and again, very nice event that you guys held today, so thank you so much.
No, thank you very much.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
Meteorologist Alexis Staniak joining us. I noticed in our crop report this week, our topsoil is starting to dry out once again.
Yeah, it's dry again. Not as bad as it was in the summer, but for the entire month of November here in Green Bay, we were about 3 inches below where we should have been for that time of year. Still an exceptional drought the further south and west you go heading into Iowa. Places in Minneapolis are now above average. As of Thursday for the season, we have accumulated over 26 inches of liquid precipitation, so rainfall still below average for this time of year and still below where we sat this time in the year of 2022. As of September 1st, we have accumulated 2.7 inches of snowfall. Last year at this time, we were at 3 inches, so we are roughly about a half an inch below normal for snowfall as well. Looking into the next 10 days, looks like we should see some accumulation for snowfall. A big system coming through from Iowa through southeastern Wisconsin. We will get a couple of inches potentially from that. More snow will sit further in western United States. And for liquid precipitation through the next 10 days, could see anywhere from about a quarter up to maybe a half of an inch of rainfall here in Green Bay and through the Chicago area. So we are technically above average for precipitation heading into the next week to 2.5 weeks. We are below normal there in southwestern America. It's already December. Typically, our average high for this month is 31.1 degrees. Our average low temperature at 18 degrees. Normally for December, we only see a liquid precipitation, so rainfall accumulation of 1 inch and 3/4. Snowfall, though, jumps up from 3 inches in November up to 13.1 inches on average for snow to come through for this final month of the year. 39 for your Saturday, 37 on Sunday. Fairly mild weekend. We do stay mild through the middle and early parts of next week, and then by the time we wrap up this first week of December, temperatures are well above average in the mid to even upper 40s. So the entire United States is in this above average category for temperatures. We will be warm here in Wisconsin. Above average temperatures for early December and above average precipitation heading into early December as well. Stay with us. More ag news coming up after the break.
Welcome back. Sustainably Speaking, our own Ryan Kudish sat down recently with experts from the DNR and the Department of Agriculture to talk about a new invasive species that is possibly headed our way.
The spotted lanternfly has been observed in nearly 15 states, most recently in northern Illinois. DNR Forest Health Specialist Bill McNee says it's only a matter of time before this insect makes its way to Wisconsin.
Spotted lanternfly is a non-native plant hopper that arrived here from Eastern Asia about 10 years ago into Pennsylvania. It's the strangest looking insect you've ever seen because we have nothing like that around here. The egg masses resemble dried mud, and thus it's very easy to move them long distances without realizing that you're actually moving a non-native insect.
Thankfully, this insect won't pose much of a threat to humans as it does not bite or sting. Instead, McNee says this insect will just be another annoying insect.
It will be a nuisance insect similar to box elder bugs or other nuisance insects that we already have here. It is a prolific honeydew producer, and that might be the biggest impact that people have.
Over at the Department of Agriculture, Deputy Communications Director Daniel Richter explains what plants exactly this insect could target.
So the two most preferred hosts of the spotted lanternfly are grapevines and the tree of heaven, which itself is an invasive in the state of Wisconsin. But it will also feed on hardwood trees, ornamentals such as roses, and crops like hops.
Whether this will have a large impact on agriculture remains to be seen. As Richter says, factors including where it becomes established, how far it will move, and how many congregate will determine that. For now, all we can do is spread the word of its existence.
And our biggest tool against the spotted lanternfly right now is public awareness and education. Getting the word out about this invasive pest, what it looks like in its different life stages so that folks can identify it if they come across it, and what it's capable of.
And that's Sustainably Speaking. I'm Ryan Kudish, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Ryan. And to find out what to do if you think you might have observed an egg mass or even the insect, you can visit our website, wearegreenbay.com. Welcome back to Midwest Farm Weekly. Save the date for pesticide applicator training 2024. Haven't had to say that one yet. Chris Clark is here with what you need to know about these important sessions. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome as well to UW Extension. Explain a little bit about what your role is on that team.
Yeah, so I'm just 7 months into the role, but I have a dual role. So I'm a crops and soils educator for Brown, Kewaunee, and Door County, as well as the outreach specialist for the nutrient and pest management team that goes all the way down to Manitowoc County, all the way up to the UP.
Where does your passion for this line of work come from?
Always been involved with agriculture, but I definitely love soil.
Okay, well, speaking of things that are coming up in the new year, trainings. I saw an email come out. There is a whole host of them that people need to get signed up for. Who needs to be at these pesticide applicator trainings?
Yeah, so this is a program that the University of Wisconsin Extension helps our Department of Ag put on. And we have sessions that are going to be starting from January all the way through the end of March.
Okay.
That can be for individual farmers. They would be looking to get their private applicator license to spread herbicides and pesticides on their own land, as well as commercial applicators. So that could be someone that works in ag business, or it could be someone that has a lawn and garden service that they're getting paid to spread those chemicals.
And how long is this certification good for once they obtain it?
Yeah, so they need to pay attention to their certification card. If they've had it already been certified, it lasts 5 years, and you don't want it to expire. But we welcome all new people to come to the training as well.
Talk about the hybrid options that are available. You said people need to get some study materials before they show up for class.
Yeah, so the first step is to go to the University of Wisconsin's pesticide applicator training page.
Okay.
You can search for events, and there's actually 3 different options. They have face-to-face options, which we have one right here in Green Bay at the STEM building at UWGB. That would be on January the 18th from 9 to 3 p.m. You can also take one of the optional Zoom trainings. So it's going to be the same presenter, but you won't be there in person. And we have one in Door County on March the 28th. And you can do the self-study as well. Just go through and study the book. But we do highly encourage you to come to the face-to-face or the Zoom, because they know what to emphasize rather than just looking through the book.
What are some of the critical things people will learn by taking this course and exam?
Yeah, I think a big thing with pesticides is keeping the person that's using them safe, keeping other non-target things safe, so knowing what you're spraying and making sure that you're not affecting other things. And a quick example of that is at home, don't use your dog flea shampoo on your cat. So that would have detrimental effects. And then the other thing is what to do if you happen to have a spill, or how to clean up and dispose of the materials once you're done using them.
Because chemicals continue to evolve, there are more options out there for farmers, and certainly as they expand their use, they need to understand how they all work together, right?
Yeah, definitely. There is going to be some math in the class about mixing up proper amounts for your different sprayers and stuff like that.
And this is something that we have a lot of farmers out there who've learned a lot through the generations that came before them. This is something we want to make sure you're getting right from the source.
Yeah, definitely. Glenn Nice is our state coordinator. He keeps up on everything that is new, and he has a special section for that he presents to everyone.
So what's the best way to get signed up for these?
Yeah, I would definitely head to the website, the University of Wisconsin Pesticide Applicator Training, or PAT. Okay. You'll be able to get the book. You'll be able to search events and find the nearest one. We've got them all over the state, so be sure to get signed up.
And we know that there's no such thing as slow season, but this is a slower season for farmers. So now's the time to study up to make sure that you can obtain the certifications you need in the new year. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. We hope to have you back in the future.
Yep. Thanks, Malene.
Thank you for joining us as well. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.